Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Amber, and this is my sacred ministry. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd. Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and Mars is currently 26 degrees of Taurus, 29 minutes, making and this is a sextile. Yeah, a sextile to Mercury and conjuncting Uranus. Well, Mercury is sextiling Mars and Mars is sextiling Jupiter and in conjunction with Uranus. This afternoon, I have noticed that there is some frustrating energy, slightly aggressive maybe. And that is because the moon is currently 25 degrees of Libra and it is squaring Mercury and Jupiter, which is a challenge. It is also squaring Pluto and quincunx, however you say that, Mars. Mars is our planet of action, aggression, masculine initiating force, response, or reaction, depending on how you approach Mars. Anyhow, today is a 3-day numerologically, and this is representative of alignment and the Empress. And the title of today's message is Don't Look Around, Look Inside. Now, this has to do with the black moon aspecting the moon. Lilith is sextiling the moon, and a lot of the old aggravation is coming up. Well, it's trauma based, but it's injustice or wounds related to justice, related to imbalance, and imbalance in the way something or someone is perceived or spoken to. Okay? Also, the nodes of fate have moved to 2 degrees, and the sun is 2 degrees. So we have 222 once again, which represents balance. Okay. Key themes for today. Perfect timing. Good news coming in. It will happen fast, which was a quote. And another quote, breakout moment. Okay. And we have angel number 2626. Once again, Mars is at 26 degrees. And so we have angel number 2626, which is once again reinforcing the title, Don't Look Around, Look Inside. This angel number is a powerful divine message to prioritize life balance, trust your intuition, and nurture your spiritual growth. It indicates your basic needs are met and encourages you to release anxieties, embrace positive collaboration, and patiently pursue your true path. As it relates to balance and harmony, you are being asked to create equilibrium between your career and personal life to avoid burnout. Trust and faith. The universe supports your journey. 222. Let go of fear and trust the path you are on. There's also this energy of people making assumptions that are just on their face incorrect. I myself find that practice to be incredibly frustrating, because sometimes you're right when you assume things. Oftentimes you're wrong. I have this experience myself when I will assume something and I will, in fact, be incorrect. And it reinforces, once again, never assume. Ask questions if you're unclear. But don't assume that you know something unless you for certain know. As in, you've experienced it, you have evidence that clearly shows that you are correct. Otherwise, have a seat. Okay. When it comes to spiritual awakening, this number is highlighting personal evolution, encouraging you to step into a nurturing, supportive role for others and yourself. Okay? Empress energy. Mercury 24 degrees sextiling Mars 26 degrees. This is strong action, loving communication, grounded and heartfelt. Like I said, the sun is at 2 degrees, as well as the nodes of fate, 2 degrees Pisces, 2 degrees Virgo. And the north node is trining the sun. And so we have Christ and we have destiny. 222, things are coming into balance. Meaning that whatever is taking place currently is meant to take place. You are guided, you are surrounded and protected. Sometimes we can forget this because people can be frustrating. It is important to listen and observe beyond what you initially perceive to be true. Ask questions. And also comparison. What is the deal with comparing two things that are completely different things and expecting them to be the same? That's just weird. That is just weird to me. Okay? I don't know why people do that. Anyhow, balance being restored, divine masculine presence, Christ, and solar angels. Yes, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, definitely present today. Strongly, as well as Archangel Gabriel. That is my lunar angel. And also rules over Mercury. Okay. Venus, 12 degrees of Leo. This is a new perspective, higher perspective. 12 degrees 6 minutes is sextiling Saturn. Trining Saturn, excuse me, at 13 degrees. Finishing touches on some kind of masterpiece is what this is giving. Possibly seeing something that you've been working on from a slightly different perspective that actually brings clarity. Okay? Uranus, 3 degrees of Gemini, expansion of the mind. Trining Pluto and sextiling Neptune. This is a new earth, the new vision, the new higher expression of life and society as we know it. It is changing. It is elevating. And all of the lower frequency things and people are becoming very annoying. And I'm not the only one who is experiencing this, I guarantee it. The fact that I am experiencing it in my very small interactions, okay, with the outside world, and yet it is still coming through, that means that it's a very present energy within the collective. Okay? All I can say is patience. Oh, and the moon is opposing Chiron, 0 degrees of Taurus. So this is instability with resources or money. Impulsive action, emotional, okay, action. One of the lower aspects of Libra is gaslighting. Um, Libra is known for balance and justice and love, ruled by Venus. So when a Libra makes a case for a certain point, most people believe them because they are believable. And they have the capability to be fake, and try to convince you that what you're feeling or experiencing is not actually what you're experiencing and feeling, which is annoying. I don't like that. Which in turn makes you question yourself. That's the point of gaslighting. Someone who's in the position of wrong, making you wrong, so that you question yourself and take the focus off of them and their wrongness. Okay? And it can be kind of aggressive, especially at that degree. Okay. So yeah, Gemini or Uranus, 3 degrees Gemini, um, expansion of mind, elevation of consciousness. 33, which is master teacher, Jesus, the beloved, the chosen. Quote, a chosen one can be delayed, betrayed, overlooked, and doubted, and still end up exactly where they're supposed to be. Amen. Why? Because they walk with God. They walk with angels. Okay? I don't know why people want to mess around with the anointed. And by anointed, my meaning is that someone who's answering God's call, who's made an agreement with God, 1818, for a mission, for a path, for a purpose. They've been anointed. That path, that particular contribution has been ordained. No one else can change that, because that covenant is made between the individual and God. And when you mess with that individual, en route to them fulfilling their covenant, you receive the wrath of all of the spiritual beings that protect that individual, including God, 1919, Son, Christ. You get burned. Fly too close to the sun and you get burned. People be trying it, okay? Just know that we're kind of in that energy where people be trying it. F around and find out kind of energy. They're going to find out. And it doesn't even need to be from the individual. God will let them know. It's not a good idea. Thou shalt not tempt the anointed. Is that what? Something like that. Okay. Anyway, um, this Venus here, she's very strong. Venus rules over love and money. And in Leo, she is very strong. She is heart-led, and she is fiercely independent. Queen of Pentacles is the energy I'm feeling. And the Queen of Pentacles is the most stable, the most grounded. The Queen of Pentacles has built an empire, piece by piece, with a foundation that builds legacies. Okay, so it lasts over time. Right, and with that connection to Saturn, yeah, this structure isn't going anywhere. This is foundational development that we are currently in, especially with Mars in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. He is acting on her behalf in defense of her, possibly in her honor. So with the Queen of Pentacles, we have Archangel Ariel coming out. This is very mature, practical, generous energy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. As well as there is an energy of divine guidance, leap of faith, seed moment, like I was talking about at the beginning. Brand new day, I'm hearing. Alignment to potential, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, a chance to do something amazing. Center stage. The heavenly realm is putting on a show. Exposure. Whatever each person has been working on individually and all of us collectively, as far as a creative expression or a collective hope for humanity. It is different than the past. It's a new model. It has to be innovative and refined. And this new expression has an air of regality to it. Like I said, Queen of Pentacles. It also has a magnetism. It makes you feel, it gives you an experience that impacts you, draws you in. This could be a person, this could be a movement, this could be a particular creative expression. But it's something that matters. It's something that is heart-led and expansive within consciousness, but intellect and logical thinking. Solves a problem or multiple as well. Like I said, it's innovative. It's more loving. It's more nurturing. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. And this came in with 888, representing speed, mastery, and freedom. It's been written. It's been ordained. It's been authorized by the Most High. It cannot be touched. It can be delayed, but it can't be stopped. Romans 12, verse 2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Take great pride in your excellent work. Pride in yourself, not the negative aspect of being too proud, okay, placing yourself above God. No. Pride in yourself and what you have accomplished, how far you've come. God's proud of you. You need to be proud of you too, because it's not easy. And like I said, these people out here, at times, they really forget who they're speaking to. Practice makes perfect. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Beautiful. Now, we have another verse, Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 29, which is an invitation from Jesus to find relief from the burdens of life. He calls the weary to come to him. Take his yoke upon them and learn from his gentle nature to find true rest for their souls. Verse 28, quote, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. You will find rest for your souls. Amen. When Jesus is speaking about weariness, he's speaking to people who are physically and spiritually exhausted, often burdened by the strict, heavy rules imposed by religious or political leaders. I think we can all resonate with that. When he's talking about the yoke, in the ancient world, a yoke was a wooden harness used for oxen to pull heavy loads together. What this is saying is that God doesn't remove the challenge. He walks through the challenge with you. He adds his support into it so that you're not carrying it alone. Lifts the burden a bit. Team effort. Metaphorically, it was a common Jewish idiom that represented a student's submission to a specific teacher's interpretation of the law. And when it comes to the rest, Jesus promises that if you align your life with him, taking on his yoke, and learn from how he lives gently and humbly, you will find profound peace. Amen. I remind myself on a daily basis what Jesus went through when he was teaching, preaching, interacting with people who were in constant challenge of him. Now, to their credit, there had never been God incarnated in a physical form before. So, it is natural to question things that are unbelievable. However, when faced with evidence that clearly proves what one is saying and still choosing to constantly challenge, accuse, assume, all of these things are meant to make you, put you on the defense. You got to prove who you are. No, actually, the one making the accusation has to prove the accusation. And if it's false, then they're going to have a real hard time. It's still frustrating. It's hard to deal with. And there will be vindication, though, at some point. There always is. You know, when Jesus fulfilled the prophecy, they couldn't say anything. They tried. They tried to suppress it. They tried to kill off everybody that knew about it, silence everyone else, burn the evidence or whatever, change it so it worked to fit their agenda and their narrative. But as everyone can see, the truth will come to light. Always does. It's usually after the fact. And then there's regret. And you know what? That regret is between that person and God and nobody else. You knew better and you didn't do better. So your regret is firmly on your own shoulders. Do better next time. Anyhow, thou shalt not touch the anointed. I think that's what the verse is. Yeah, it's not a good idea. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Um, if you're having an irritating moment, I am with you. I understand. I feel you. I send you my love. I send you my patience, my compassion. And when you think of, or when you have the perspective that there are so many people that are being influenced by cosmic energy that is bringing up all of their stuff and they don't know what's going on. And so they're just emotionally vomiting on whoever is around. But they don't know what's happening. Most of the time because they've chosen not to educate themselves or develop themselves or, ask questions. They are not self-aware. But still, everybody starts somewhere. We all start in a space of blindness. And we have to develop our sight. That is part of the process here. So, can give people grace and patience if possible. And pray. Just pray and ask for help. Ask for Jesus to give you rest. Sending you all my love, and I will talk to you soon.